What if there's a prenup in place? I mean, we hear a lot about prenups and postnups. What's the difference between a prenup and a postnup, and what would it apply in UK law?
In England and Wales, they have an unusual legal status in that they are not fully legally enforceable. However, the courts will generally take them into account as one of the circumstances in any financial settlement, as long as certain safeguards have been met. Initially, the parties have to exchange full and frank financial disclosure. The parties must also take independent legal advice before signing the agreement. The parties must have the agreement reviewed when there is a change in circumstances, such as the parties adopting or having a child of their own. The agreements should ideally have certain provisions in there for childcare and child maintenance.
What happens if somebody comes into a marriage with assets before, which, you know, say a house which the parents have given them, and they've set that aside and they derive the income from that and put them in a separate bank account? Would the court just exclude that from any divorce settlement, or has the court still the right to interfere with that?
So this is where prenuptial agreements are very good, in that they show the courts what your financial position was like prior to entering into the marriage.
Yes.
They also show the courts what your financial position was like versus your spouse's financial position, and the courts do attempt to ring fence any inherited property as long as you haven't commingled your finances with marital assets. So
sort of you've just brought them into the assets and shared them with your wife or husband, effectively, or your civil partner.